Hi everyone! Okay, today is a Saturday, and as usual on weekends I'm more inspired to try something different, or at least to spend more time with my makeup. As you can see, it's rather colorful for today's makeup, and in fact I'm only going out for a simple shopping trip with my sister, as she needs to get some, I would say, clothing. But anyway, having watched quite a lot of videos on very colorful themes for the eyes, summer theme and stuff like that, I'm itching to try my own. So I have recorded a video in different clips, so after joining them together I'll upload them into YouTube, and hopefully you can see it soon. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a tutorial, but at least something that I can share with you, and hopefully you can try yours too. Yeah, so continue watching.
So first of all, I'm using this hyaluronic mist from Daiso to kind of like moisten my face, and kind of simply spray it all over your face. Spread it evenly. This will help to in terms of having a good base. Then the next thing I'll do before I even prime my eyes or even apply foundation is to use the roller. That will help to kind of like hydrate my under eye area, because I find that eye primers tend to dehydrate, makes it kind of dry for my skin around the eyes. So as usual, I'll start off with my BB cream. This is from Skin 79. It's a hot pink BB cream. So just kind of like apply all over your face. I prefer to spread it using my fingers so that you can have an even kind of an application. And with a bit of heat from your fingers, it actually helps to make it apply smoother and more easier. So just have it spread evenly all over the face. Then just adjusting those fat velcro. Okay, then usually for my neck I'll use this BB cream from S&P, that's Shining and Purity, because the earlier one from Skin 79 has some SPF factors, so you have some sunscreen properties, but this one doesn't. So I usually use it for my neck area whereby the sun doesn't really shine on it. Then once your face is ready, I will usually get let me see. Okay, sorry, before that I'll usually prime my eyes first, so that while waiting for the eye primer to sort of like set and dry up, then I can do some other things. So prime the eyes. I'm using the Jordana eye primer in the color nude. Then I'm applying my Jordana liquid foundation. Usually I do not apply foundation over my BB cream, but in this case, if you want something for higher coverage, you want to brighten up or cover some flaws, just apply a liquid foundation over areas that you need some coverage, because I'm still not that good in using concealer, so I'm still doing this to enhance the coverage. Then set everything with loose powder. The one I'm using is from O2 Skin. That's the loose powder which I got from the face and body care package. Then just buff it up using a kabuki brush. Then I'm gonna do my brows. I'm using the e.l.f. Studio Eyebrow Treat and Tame. So the first thing that you apply is the one that helps to treat your brows. Then the next thing that you do is on the dark colored end to kind of like darken your brows. I seldom trim my eyebrows, so darkening it will help to make it look more, defined. Usually, after doing this, I will use a spoolie to kind of like comb through. The color in the tube itself looks very light, but actually it is quite dark when it dried up. So there I go, using a spoolie to further adjust and do the necessary combing through and setting it neat. Okay, I realize I need to touch up a little. Anyway, just do whatever you need to do usually for your eyebrow routine. This is what I do. I tend to spend more time adjusting this and that now and then, especially on a weekend where I got time to do my makeup relaxingly, no stress on time. The only thing I have about, any complaint I have about the eyebrow treat and tame is that because it's a liquid form, so it's a bit difficult to kind of like apply and have a precise kind of application because of the brush that came with the eyebrow treat and tame. So usually once I'm done with my brows, more or less the eyelid eye primer would be set, and I will actually start my eye makeup. The one that I'm using today is actually, I'm using the e.l.f. all over cover stick to kind of like act like a base for my eyeshadows, because I'm going to use some pretty colors. So having a white base, or at least a more I would say neutral color base, it would be good. You can choose to use some other things like the jumbo eye pencil from NYX or from LA Colors. So today I'm using the 180 palettes, and the color that I was pointing to will be the first color that I'm applying. So the plan is to apply the yellowish color from the inner corner towards almost the center of the eyelids. As you can see now, that's what I'm doing. Then move on to the other eye. Usually I prefer to do both eyes together than to finish one eye and recreate the look for the other eye, because this way I can remember what I just did for the other eyes. Yeah, I find that it's easier this way. And usually for applying large areas, applying eyeshadow on large areas, I like to use a flat eyeshadow brush that's kind of the size that I'm holding now to apply, because it picks up more powder or more eyeshadow, and it doesn't make you like, you know, go back and forth between your eyeshadow color and your eyelids to get the color on. So I prefer a bigger flat kind of like eyeshadow brush, so that I can choose to pat it on or pat and spread, whatever you prefer. Okay, dusting away some fallouts. Okay, the next color that I'm gonna do is actually I'm using the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Forest Green. This is to set a base for the colors that I'm gonna apply, which is the green and the blue colors which I'm gonna apply. So adding this as a base will kind of like enhance the eyeshadow color, kind of like wiping off excess, and kind of adjusting the area of colors that I want to have. Then usually for this kind of like eye pencil or creamy base kind of eyeshadow, I prefer to spread it further with my fingers. Then I am going to show you the colors that I'm going to use. Okay, when I apply this green color, it kind of like overlap a little into the yellow that I first applied, because you do not want to have a very distinctive border whereby the two color meet, so you prefer to actually kind of like smudge them a little into each other, so that you have a gradient, a very nice gradient transition from the first color to the next color. So this is what I'm doing. Usually I'll sweep it slightly into the first color. So you have to clean off the brush a little and do some adjustment. Sometimes we will go back to the first color to kind of like blend it into the second color. It really depends. It's all about just making sure that the blending kind of have a nice transition and there's no harsh lines between the two colors. Now I'm picking up the e.l.f. Crease brush from the Essential range, and I'm picking up the blue color to kind of like define the outer corners of the eye, and of course to add on the colors. This is a very pretty blue, and using such a small rounded kind of like brush, it helps to give you more control over the area where you want to apply the eyeshadow. Because now and then you still need to remove the mistakes and stuff like that. So yeah, once I'm done with the first eye, I'll go on to the next eye, the other eye. So usually when I'm using a darker color to define the outer corners, I will kind of like bring it down towards the lower lash line to, you know, have some consistency in terms of where the color goes over, and there's a better joining in terms of, it doesn't look like half of your eyes have some colors and the other half have no colors or what. So yeah, like bring it down, and it also serves as the purpose of an eyeliner. So because sometimes I do not like to have this kind of very harsh eyeliner being drawn onto my eyes, so I will use some eyeshadows instead. It could be a darker color eyeshadow which I have applied on top of the lids along the crease area or the outer corner of the eye. I just bring it down a little. If not, sometimes I'll just apply some other colors which I feel like it goes with the whole look for the color scheme. So as usual, you have to kind of like highlight your brow bone area. Just pick up the white matte color and do your thing. Okay, not really, more just apply it slightly under your eyebrows and blend it in towards the other colors. The brush that I'm using is from the FS.Rain range. That is the smudging brush, the smudge brush. So I'm just cleaning up the rest of my makeup. Okay, I noticed that my eyebrow looks kind of strange after applying the eyeshadows. Everyone have, I mean, no one thus far that I know has actually perfect eyebrows or perfect eye shapes. So every eye differ, even the two eyes that you have on your same face, they may differ slightly. So just making some adjustments so that it looks quite okay for both sides. It'll balance out the distance between the eyeshadow area and eyebrow and stuff like that. The curvature of the brow, the arch of the brow. Yeah, so I'm actually now going to move on to the next step. Which is to actually use the gel liner to line my I would say my upper lash line. I'm using the brush that comes with it. It's actually the e.l.f. Studio gel eyeliner or cream eyeliner. I forgot its name. It's in the color Punk Funk, which is a very pretty purple color. So actually on my eyes for this look I have 4 colors. That's the yellow or the yellow gold, the green, the blue and purple. I really like the formula of this cream eyeliner. I forgot the name. I'll just list down the products used in either the information box below the video. If not, I'll just post it up in my blog post. For this look, I kind of like extending the eyeliner slightly outwards into kind of like a pointed shape. Not exactly a cat eye look, but at least something that goes with this very funky kind of like color scheme. And I do bring it down to the lower lash area, the lower lash line area. Most of the time when I actually do my makeup, I don't really plan the details of where the color goes, how the eyeliner should be. It's usually as I go along, then I'm thinking, as I'm applying my eyeshadow, what kind of like eyeliner, or should I put in eyeliner in the same time, in the first place. So in this case, after kind of like putting in gel liner or the cream liner from e.l.f., and I'm kind of like using the eyeshadows that I use for the eyelids to kind of like line my lower lash line. This way, it kind of like at the point of time, if I didn't remember wrongly, it feels like, you know, I have to balance out the very colorful lids and also the lower lash line. So I'm using the same color on top and the same color below along the lash line. Next, I am going to curl my lashes and apply mascara. So curl your lashes. Usually I do it in the 3-step curling method, whereby you kind of like curl your lash from the base, from the roots, then slowly kind of like move your lashes upwards so that you can curl the whole length of your lash. There's another method that people do is to just only curl the bottom of your lash so that it makes it really kind of like it makes it stand upwards so that you can really see the lashes on your eyes and make it look like a doll eye effect. So the mascara that I'm using now is actually the L'Oreal Ultra Collagen Mascara. This is the non-waterproof version. Recently they came out, not recently, there is another version that is in a gold tube. This one in the black tube is actually the non-waterproof. But I really like the thing about this mascara is that it makes your lashes very soft, and the color is quite dark. It's not the darkest kind of black mascara that I have, but it's good enough. And definitely does give you the kind of like volumized kind of like effect. That's what the mascara is supposed to do. So usually I apply at least 2 to 3 coats. So I have actually already applied my fake lash on this eye that I'm pointing at now. So I'm going to do it for the other eye, because earlier on the camera kind of like, you know, off itself due to low battery status, and I didn't manage to capture myself putting on the first side where the fake lashes is already applied. So I'm just going to do it now for the other eye. Usually after you remove the fake lashes from the box, just trim the both ends of it and kind of like remove any excess glue that they have when they kind of like store it in the box. So I use an applicator that looks like that. Usually this applicator helped me to aim the lash at my eyelid precisely according to my eye shape. Usually, so I'll put the lash in the applicator and kind of like adjust it so that it fits my eye shape exactly before I put on the glue on the eyelash. I mean the fake lashes. So the glue that I'm using is actually called the Star Lash, I don't know, Angel Lash Glue, but this is quite strong. It's I think it's one of the strongest glue that I have. The other one that I'm using is Duo, but Duo tube that I've been using for the past few times has kind of like dried up, or I think it's time to throw it away, so I'm using this for now. Usually after I apply it, just kind of like use something to push the eyelash onto your eyelids to make sure that they really stick well, and make sure that you adjust the direction of the lash so that it's pointing upwards. And usually I use the eye curler or eyelash curler to kind of like clamp your natural lashes and the fake lashes together. Then if you want to, you may choose to apply mascara to further gel them together so that they look as though, you know, they are one. So okay, more or less the thing for the eyes is done. Now this is the Maybelline, the Magnum, also known as the Colossal, but it's with the Ultra Comb. So I find that for this specific mascara, it's kind of like the best mascara that I can find in Singapore that can actually help you to apply mascara for your lower lashes, your lashes on your lower lash line, your lower lashes basically. So because of the comb itself is a very sleek, curved, flattened kind of one, and the applicator I believe is targeted at Asian eyes, whereby you have thinner, sparse lashes, and it can like help you reach the very narrow areas. You know? So as you can see, as I'm applying, I don't have any big difficulty. Just that I seldom apply mascara on my lower lashes, so I take more time. But I definitely recommend this specific this mascara, the Maybelline the Magnum Ultra Comb. This is in a waterproof formula, so it's even better for your lower lash line, whereby you tend to, you know, get teary and stuff like that. So it definitely helps the mascara to stay on your lower lashes until you want to take them off. Okay, my eye makeup has been okay, let's say completed. So I usually just touch up, because if the face kind of gets oily or whatever, just more loose powder. You don't want to use compact powder or two-way powder because you have already done your foundation. So just use some loose powder or mattifying powder to kind of like erase the shine or set the makeup. So after you apply the loose powder, just buffer it up using the kabuki brush or any face brush that you prefer. Just checking on my makeup before I proceed to the next step. So usually once I'm done, I'll be doing the highlights or the blush. The one I'm using actually is from Daiso. It's a Daiso cheek and highlight powder. So I'm using the highlight powder to do the highlight, and then I'm using it to do the blush also. The brush that I'm using now, that is slightly tapered, is actually from a fake MAC Hello Kitty brush set, which I've gotten from dealextreme.com. I'll post up pictures and links to the product, because this brush set is actually quite convenient because it's a travel set. So you can see that the brush handle itself is very small, I wouldn't say small, but at least it's shorter, so it's easier for you to store and bring along. It comes in the brush holder, or I would say the brush pouch. I don't know what you call it, a roller. Anyway, it has a casing that you can keep all the brushes. And thus far I really like this brush, and I've seen a lot of other people reviewing this, although it's not the authentic or genuine MAC brushes, but it does perform really well for its price. So, I forgot to mention, I was using the Essence Cosmetics Sun Club matte bronzer to actually, for darker skin or brunettes, for the contouring of my what do you call that? My cheek area, and also my jawline. For this specific bronzer from Essence, is actually quite it's dark, but it actually has an orangey tone. So for those who doesn't like to actually have a sign of like orangeness kind of thing, maybe you won't like this bronzer for contouring, or to really put in some colors onto your face. Usually I'm using bronzer to do contouring because I can't really get a contour powder, or actually they do sell it in Singapore in G Market. I do know this seller is called the Mimosa Garden. She actually sells bronzing powder, not bronze but more like contour powder. Yeah, but it's kind of, I think, a little expensive, so I'm thinking to just hold on to that. I'm using bronzer for now. Last of all, we can complete the look with a lipstick. Of course, you can choose to use a lipstick or a lip gloss. Today I'm actually trying out the Jordana matte lipstick in Lavender Lady. This is a pretty color, and amazingly it smells good, tastes good. Obviously not really a taste, but the scent is really nice, very sweet scent, but not very